Hello folks, welcome to our walkie-talkie. I'm going to be entitling this Voi's a Problem. Voi, you might recognise the name I'm trying to say. It's a new bike hire facility across Glasgow at least. I think pretty much around the world, but we'll talk about Glasgow. The rest of the world can go fuck itself for 5 minutes. Right, so Voi took over Next Bike, and these bikes are Segway bikes, and they come in two sizes, a big tall one and a small one. It looks like as if it can fold, but it can't. But any old road. Yeah, the pricing structure for Voi bikes is actually pretty horrendous. Though I believe the people that go to University of Glasgow, as in the students, can either get the Voi bikes pour gratis or a much reduced rate. There's a reason there in that kind of bracket of price for the students. It's because, you know, students need to get from their home to the university quick. And I'm talking about the people living in local Glasgow, not the people that have to crisscross intercity on a bus. Right? And yeah, I mean, a 24-hour hire is £79. The battery barely does 24 kilometres. Right? I'm just going to call it out. So when that bike runs out and you're not near a voice station, right, you're snookered. You're absolutely snookered. That's a lovely motorbike, right? And the thing is, if you're trying to take it longer distance and you're running out of battery, there's no phone number to go, oh, could you come in with another battery to suit me up again? You know, that's just not what Voi do. And also, the usual thing is, if you are any more than 5 minutes late back with your Voi bike to any of the hire locations, you automatically incur quite sizable meaty fines. And the thing is, on the big version of the Voi bike, you've got a thing on the handlebar that holds your phone, which is completely irresponsible because these bikes don't have suspension, and it looks quite of the occasion which your phone's just sitting there rattling away. And you know what Glasgow is like for the potholes and stuff, so yeah, you could encounter that and lose your bike, lose your phone, sorry. So yeah, that's where things are. The small bike, as I say, it looks like it can fold up. Nope, it can't. Nope. So there we have it. There's a delivery second going by there. But the costing's ridiculous. I mean, like, I'm in a place in Glasgow you could probably get to within half a mile and buy your own bike for about 150. It's a non-motored bike. Electric bike probably about £500 to £600, and it's yours. And I always prefer, what's happening here? I always prefer using my own bike. I know how long it charges, I know how well it drives, I know how to get the best amount of mileage out of it, I know the comfort, I know the saddle height. Some people have the saddle so far high up, it basically is rammed up their arse, and heaven forbid you go over a speed bump, you may as well be having anal sex at that point. Right, so there we go, that's kind of practicalities cover. So I want to talk about something along the lines of rider behaviour. I mean, rider behaviour is about as shocking as the price of a hire of a Voi. Right? riding up the pavements, going through red lights, actually like, charging towards bus stops. Yeah, by the way, bus stops have a strange thing inside called people, and oh no, oh yeah, the bus users or bus passengers, right, at a bus stop, they're known as P for pedestrian, P for pavement. You know, Voi bikes belong on the R for road. Do we really need to go through the alphabet with these Voi users, or are they just intentionally trying to cycle as jailbait as possible? The weather's absolutely terrible, by the way. Yeah, the rider behaviour leaves a lot to be desired. I've seen two Voi bikes clash into each other, and it is the big boy version of the Voi bikes, right? So that's the one that weighs 40 kilograms. The smaller bike, 32 kilograms, and the big boy, 40. So 2 times 40 clash at, I would say probably 8 mile an hour. They both ended up on the ground. Was that going to help them? The phrase, would I buggery, comes to mind. Exactly, yeah, it was all self-induced. They can get themselves out of trouble, and internal ambulance, they can go and suck each other's dick. So there we go. What else? What else do we have to say? Yeah, I mean, it's just, and it can be very kind of anxiety-inducing when you are like in a place like Partick, and you get off your bus and you have to make your way around that kind of pedestrian precinct to get to Morrison's, and you nearly get fucking clobbered by these Voi bikes that should really be doing no more than 5 mile an hour if they're going to be using a shared usage pavement, which I don't believe that bit around Partick Station all the way up around Morrison's and along to the wee local shops are. But anyway, yeah, it's ridiculous because the way they've been ridden, right? They don't look like appealing forms of sustainable traffic, right? It's not. It doesn't look sustainable at all with regards to the way these bikes have been ridden, and also the cost to hire them for even an hour, let alone 24 hours. Apparently, in the last 32 hours, the Voi have said they've seen record mileage in the Glasgow area, and that's like record amount of usage of these bikes in the Glasgow area. Yeah, well, I think it is some kind of connection between Glasgow University and Voi, where the students can get an account for quite a discounted rate, if not free, and that's why you see them here, there, everywhere, probably in the bushes over there, you know, Kelvin Grove Park's like, you know. But anyway, yeah, I think that's where I'm going to end things. It's just a shame things are so pricey to hire a bike even for an hour, and it's also a big shame that I've been driven around like absolute hooligans. And I'm not a Karen, but I will say one thing: I might be a cyclist myself, but I wouldn't knowingly put other people's health, safety, or pets in danger just to get from one place to the other. That's all I'm going to say. So I'll go ahead now, and I'll see you whenever. Catch you soon.